and welcome to today's video. Today is poor man's lasagna. Now that's not just a catchy phrase, it actually has some very beautiful memories of mine, and I want to share that all with you. Hi everybody and welcome back. Today we are going to be making poor man lasagna. Now a lot of people have asked me, when we were in the process of getting out of debt, how did we live? What did we eat? This is one staple recipe that I made that we absolutely love. It is not in a cookbook that I've used. So I'm sure you can find some in the cookbook, but this is just something I've come together with. What we are going to do is we are going to add a little bit of ground beef. Now back when we were getting out of debt, we wouldn't have used any ground beef. And the reason why it's called poor man's lasagna is because we have zucchini in it, a little bit of meat, or no meat back then, but we don't have ricotta cheese. And we don't have any of that. So it's going to be noodles and some cheese, but the zucchini is the key. Back then we used zucchini to replace the ground beef. But I do have a little bit of ground beef sauteed from a previous video, so I'm gonna go ahead and make that today. First thing I wanna show you is, I'm using up my preps and I'm not spending money, so I'm really looking to see exactly what do I have. You all maybe recall about 4 years ago, I had a video on 40 pounds of this brown sugar. Well, I have been using so much of my food preps that I found this, and now we're gonna go ahead and we're going to put this in my 1 gallon pretzel container. Now I wanted to show you this because it was vacuum sealed in its original packaging. I always tell you not to keep things in the original packaging, but I've had so many questions and I wanted to answer that. People said, can you have it in your original packaging and then put it in Mylar bags or put it in vacuum sealed? Yes. When I say don't keep it in the original packaging, that means just like this. So it would be just the plastic packaging. So as you can see, it was vacuum sealed. I'm opening it now. I say don't keep it in this. You want to put this into something else. So this is 4 years old. It might even be 5 years old. I should really go back on that video. But as you can see, it's fresh. Look, it's soft. It's not hard. Perfect. It looks like I bought it yesterday. All right, I'm going to go ahead and put all these in my big pretzel container, and then we're going to be making our recipe. So here I want to show you something. These are lasagna noodles that were bought last year. They're oven ready. I'm not using these, but I wanted to show you the difference. So nowadays you can buy lasagna noodles, you don't have to pre-boil. But I'm using up old stock. This actually expired of February of 2023. You can see it's not in the best shape, and it should not have been kept in this cardboard because cardboard absorbs odors, and cardboard isn't long-term storage. But I'm using this, and in fact, I think, I always say this, I should go back in my videos, right? I think this was given to me by the neighbor who gave all those food items. I'm not sure. I can't possibly know for sure unless I look on the video. But this is the lasagna noodles. Now these need to be parboiled because they are not oven ready. But here is the difference. Oven ready, non-oven ready. So that is the difference. Make sure you have it that says it's oven ready, and then you don't need to parboil it. All right, let's get working. So what you see, this is a plastic container. Now for long-term storage, I wouldn't necessarily do what I'm doing here, like putting the bags into it, but this isn't long-term storage. This is what I actually use every week. So I'm not sure how many bags I'm gonna be able to fit in here. And I am opening a lot of bags because I am going to be making a canning video using a lot of brown sugar. So I will be using this up. But you can see that 5 years, 4 to 5 years of brown sugar, you can see how fresh it looks. And it smells really fresh. So food can last you a long time if you know how to store it correctly. Water to boil. I'm gonna go ahead and cut my zucchini. So I cut it fairly thin. It doesn't have to be terribly thin because it will cook. So this is what we're going to use, and you can use this in the place of ground beef. All right, the noodles are done. Now let's put everything together. Because we're using pantry items, I wanted to show you, I just opened up the spaghetti jars, and this is from 2019. So we're using up our old stock first. So we're just going to layer it, and we're going to start with a little spaghetti sauce. So I'll show you what it looks like when we're done. Once again, about 350 degrees to about 30 minutes, give or take a little bit, just till the zucchini is done, because everything else is cooked. All right, the lasagna is done, and I'm going to show you how you can tell if it's done. Right here is a piece of zucchini, and if that is soft, then you know the lasagna is done. Let's go ahead and cut a piece. All right, so we're going to cut a little piece here, and it is really hot. See if I can lift this up without the noodles sliding off my spatula. I want to show you. See, this is what it looks like. Looks very good. And now we're going to add some of my homemade Mrs. Dash seasoning. Now this is all herbs from the garden that are dehydrated. So it's like onion, and it's oregano, and it's thyme. So we're going to put this on top. Yum, yum. Now let me pick a piece of this zucchini out. So look at that zucchini and the ground beef and the tomatoes and the noodles. So this here is a full, complete meal. You have the vegetable, you have the meat, you have the dairy, and you have a little bit of carbs, which is comfort food. That is absolutely amazing. So the only thing I had to pay for was a little bit of the cheese and a little bit of the ground beef. The tomatoes were free from the garden, the noodles were free, and the zucchini was free. There you go, everyone. That is my poor man's meal, one of the foods that we ate when we were trying to get out of debt. And there's going to be lots more recipes because I have a full recipe folder of all the recipes that we made many years ago when we were in debt, and this is what helped us get out of debt, one day at a time. Bye, everybody. So much for tuning into this video. I want to say thank you so much for my subscribers who have been with me now 7 years, and also want to say a special thank you to my new subscribers. I received an influx of new subscribers in the last 30 days, and I just want to say thank you so much for tuning into my channel. My channel is a daily log of my life. So it's all about frugal living. It's all about living on less and loving it more. And I hope you continue to enjoy my channel. You have been a real blessing to me, all of you. And I can't wait to share with you again tomorrow what I'm working on.